We create products for financial compliance teams. So our mission is to fight financial crime. And so our customers, we work with large financial institutions, so banks, credit unions, fintechs, crypto, marketplaces. So very wide range of customers. We have about 70 employees. Most are based in the US. We're fully remote, but we do have some folks that are international as well. So I guess like they would not be eligible for this particular benefit. But yeah, I would say like 90% or so of our employees are based in the US. And, I joined Hummingbird because of the mission. I really liked working at a company that is making an impact on the world and trying to make the world a better place. That was my main draw, but we do have just like wonderful people here too as well. So that is definitely what's kept me around for the 3+ years I've been here.
3+ years at a startup is almost infinite amount of time. How have things changed since you joined three plus years ago?
Yeah, they've shifted quite a bit. Actually, when we first started using LifeRaft, we had a head of HR, and they left Hummingbird, I want to say, geez, in early 2023. I was actually hired as a recruiter. So my manager kind of took over the people, like the HR function to be like one people function. She recently left Hummingbird. So I've kind of like stepped in to manage both people and recruiting while we wait on our head. We have a head of HR that will be joining in the next month. So there's just been a lot of shifts, but I see it as opportunity for myself. And also just like, again, we're, still love our mission. I still love the people here. I think we just are at like a really exciting stage as a company as well. Yeah, those are some of the things that have kept me around. And like we are very much like a people focused organization. Like our founders truly care about the people at Hummingbird. I mean, obviously, I think a benefit like LifeRaft it's a great offering for employees to be able to utilize for mental health and reproductive health resources.
Yeah. And thinking back to when Hummingbird initially partnered with LifeRaft, curious if you have context on what led to the initial partnership and what were you considering or did Hummingbird consider to ultimately decide on choosing LifeRaft?
I don't have a ton of context there since I was not in like the HR function at the time. What I can share just like as an employee when we did bring on LifeRaft, we had like a huge revamp on our benefits that year. So we went from like standard, I think it was like California Blue Shield Blue Cross as like our only benefit for health offering to having like several different Cigna options, really great coverage. That's definitely been something that we've invested in at Hummingbird for employees. So I see that as a great element to our like total compensation. And so that at that same time, LifeRaft rolled out their benefits. And to be honest, I believe some of it was also in reaction to the overturning of Roe and being able to like offer additional support to employees who are concerned about that. I, as a female, appreciated that, of course. And so that was like kind of my understanding was like looking for other ways we could be like, how can we support this like population who would be concerned about having options for their reproductive health? And again, this was my perspective as an employee and not as somebody really involved in like decisions on benefits at that time.
That makes sense. So it seems like there were big those shifts into the benefits makeup and you know also the overturning of Roe v. Wade sort of was a catalyst to the company exploring ways to take care of the employees. And LifeRap's Group HRA was a perfect tool to enable the company to both. It seems like you used it for both fertility and for mental health. Is that right?
Yes, yeah, we did. And so I don't know the rationale as much for the mental health piece. Honestly, it could still be for the overturning of Roe v. Wade. But yeah, and it's something that I think like quite a few of I haven't looked at like how many folks are enrolled in it, but I know like it's definitely used by employees.
Have you heard any feedback from employees about usage, or how do you typically, right now, how do you usually get feedback on how it is being used?
Like as we approach open enrollment, that's where I get curious and kind of do an audit and always do like a push during an open enrollment to remind folks that we have this available, but also for employees who like we have quite a few employees in the last couple of years who have been on parental leaves. And so like reminding them that this is a service for them to leverage. And I think like not only the reproductive offerings, but the mental health offerings during like transitional times in life can be helpful. So yeah, I remind folks then, but those are like when I'm thinking about usage the most. We have like a mental health and advocates ERG, so partnering with that group to like continue to remind folks of the benefit.
I see. That's helpful. Are there things, I guess, are there things that, maybe asked a different ways, you think about benefits for the following year? How are you thinking about Life Raft as a part of the mix or not a part of the mix? Just curious to kind of get a insight how you're thinking about the benefits makeup for the upcoming year.
Yeah, I think I don't view this as a benefit that we would walk back on. Taking benefits away can be hard, right? So, one, as long as it's being like properly utilized, if we have like two people enrolled that never submit expenses, like why would we be paying for this? I don't think that's the case. That would be a time where it's like maybe we do remove this as a benefit. It doesn't totally make sense.
Who are you considering, like, for your Ben admin or benefits administrator? Not this year. It sounds like that upcoming 2027 renewal.
Yeah, Sequoia has been fine for us, but just like we've had them for a while, so it can't hurt to like shop around a little, is kind of what we're thinking. We're also on a plan of Sequoias that they're kind of winding down. And the other option we don't love, that would be like the most comparable. So uh, I could see that as being another possible reason.
When you think about like your benefits makeup, what are the things that you typically optimize for? Is cost one of them, or is it like what are the things that you're optimizing for as you kind of select the benefits packages and the plans that you offer?
Yeah, I mean, cost is of course like a top of mind thing. Again, I don't know if we would be trying to like drastically shake up what we're currently offering, right? Like for our plans for employees, we cover 100% to 90% of their like medical insurance. And then dependents across the board, regardless of plan, is 70%. So I think we would still want to maintain like that level of coverage. And I know that is like more competitive and it's like way above market. So again, like I think if we were to make shifts, that would be kind of hard to walk back on. Yeah, I think it's like cost, but also like what are we offering our employees? At least like that is my understanding of it.
Yeah. And it sounds like basically when something's working, employees, it's just more work to sort of swap than to that, and it's not it just adds more work to the company's plate to swap with very minimal benefits or marginal um uh marginal improvements.
Yeah, I mean it has to be worth it, right? Like it's not just like effort and work on the people team side. Like that is okay, we can figure that out, right? But it's also, does it make sense from an employee standpoint? Like this is a change for them, like something that we need to communicate. Like it can be stressful.
Yeah. And when you from employees' perspective, what's the feedback you've received on your benefits makeup life raft?
I know in terms of like usage, it's been enough for us to keep using LifeRaft these last couple of years. And then overall, when it comes to our benefit offerings, it's been very positive. Personally, I use it. I think it's an excellent benefit. It's nice to be able to like, if insurance doesn't cover like a mental health resource or a reproductive health resource, I have like that extra cushion of Life Raft. And um, I think too, for our employees who are like growing their family, Life Raft can be really helpful. I will say everyone's been like very responsive and helpful, so that has been good.
Well, thank you so much for making time to speak with me. This has been very helpful and just helping inform our roadmap to continue to make your life easier. And there's action items that I've sort of noted down for me to take back to the team. And if you think of anything else that we didn't chat through that we could do to make your life easier, make the employees' life a bit easier as well, do let me know. And we are actively working to be embedded with the Sequoias of the world too, which would further just make your life easier.
Cool. That's great to hear. Thanks for your time. It was nice to meet you.
Likewise. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
You're welcome. Take care.